Alright, hello everybody and welcome to round of 32 match between MokkingJay and Eurua. It is currently 1-1. We do have HD2 as the pick, and Eurua really struggling on this one. Apologies for the late stream, I was just playing a match. We managed to win 5-3, so that one worked out. And for those of you who are just joining, bans were DT1 for MokkingJay and Nomad2 from Eurua. Leaving the easy pick open against MokkingJay is very risky, I think. So I'm curious to see how that one will go. Very much expected pick from MokkingJay. And we see how much stronger MokkingJay looks on this low AR rating pick right now. It's a very big score lead, and neither player has failed yet, though. There's a pretty tough section coming up. Now, as long as you can hit most of the bursts on this map, you should be pretty good to go. Both players going to be finding misses here, but HP on both of them going to stay pretty topped up. Neither of them super close to failing, but Eurua really needs a fail out of MokkingJay here. As we come to the end of the map, MokkingJay is going to be taking this point, going up 2-1, but considering that was a hidden 2, I'm fairly sure that was MokkingJay's pick. And I will check the seeds in a second. Alright, so this is seed 14 versus seed 19. Match you can really expect to be pretty close between these two players. Eurua does have the next pick now. Yep, exactly like MokkingJay said in chat. And I wonder if we do just see something like a DT3. Of course, double picking not allowed, so would have to wait until the next map to pick that, but I do think that's something Eurua is going to be looking to pick later on in this match. Whereas MokkingJay potentially going to be going towards some definitely easy pick at some point. Okay, looks like MokkingJay first picked easy. I did miss that. Though MokkingJay, unsurprisingly, won the easy pick pretty handily. And out of low AR picks now, is going to have to switch it up. And now joined by Cyan Cat in the commentator booth. Welcome, how are you doing?
How are you?
Pretty good.
I know you just finished a match, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Rushing straight over.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a busy person.
Pretty much. And now this is kind of interesting. MokkingJay top scored easy in qualifiers by so much that he got pretty hard boosted in terms of seeding just off of that easy map. And so isn't necessarily as good on some of these non-low AR picks. And so might have a tougher time finding easy wins against Eurua here. We are going to see a Hard Rock pick now.
Ooh. I think I tried playing... I didn't play this pool, but I tried Qualifier pool, and the Hard Rocks are really difficult. I know y'all bumped the difficulty down, though.
Yeah, Hard Rocks are especially tough because of how high the HP is on some of these picks, and we're now joined by Luke, so why not? Got 3 commentators.
Banger commentary, let's go.
Absolutely, honestly, we should just bring in all the commentators at this point.
Oh man, this is a great match so far. I actually haven't watched any of it, but I am now here for the rest of it. Let's go.
Yeah, Eurua does have the pick. I would say Eurua is favored on this Hard Rock, but Jay, certainly no slouch either. Unless you're a commentator, you cannot join the VC, sadly. And maybe one day we'll get the Rock on commentary. You never know.
Hello!
God, she's on in the commentator booth too, because why not?
Go.
And watch
here to say, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, amazing commentary. Top.
We love this commentary.
Thank you, Esther. We appreciate you. 10 out of 10 host. But you see... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm really interested to see how the players do accuracy-wise on these Hard Rock picks.
Yeah, I know the Hard Rock picks in these map builds do tend to be a lot easier actually in terms of raw mechanics to adjust for that HP drain, but you can see when these players miss nodes, they're losing like a third of their HP automatically, so you really can't afford any chain misses, and you can't afford to miss any of these bursts. And you see MokkingJay finds the miss and HP drops so quickly, he needs to recover here. Does manage to hold on, and a quarter of the way into the map, score is going to be fairly even. Both of these players are having a tough time building up much combo. MokkingJay with a really big drop, and there's the fail. It's going to be a point for Eurua.
And that's the win.
Yeah, going to be all tied up 2-2, and that's where the difficulty is. MokkingJay misses only a couple notes, but the thing about Hard Rock is if you can't get 300s, your HP just doesn't really come back very quickly at all. And so if you're getting 100s on all the sliders, your HP is going to stay exactly where it is. And if you miss one note after that, you're just done.
Yeah, that map didn't have any health pack sliders, as I call the bus sliders. There weren't many HP packs in that map.
No. It is kind of interesting because Eurua won that Hard Rock pretty convincingly, does open them up to picking that HR2 potentially. I do feel like we might see a sudden death out of MokkingJay. Fairly good consistency player. Maybe something like the No-Mod 1 or the No-Mod 3 as well.
Love to see the sudden death. I'm sure we all would. You know, so sudden death is way more nerve-wracking when you're in the tournament setting.
Absolutely. I mean, the map is high. Yeah, the map is obviously pretty easy mechanically, but you just get one ship miss. You can even like slider break on the SO section, and you're just done.
Remind me again, is this best of...
This is best of 9.
Best of 9, okay.
And Rockon, we don't actually have the score displayed on the top. You might just need to toggle warm up there. Actually, I don't know how it works on laser. Yeah,
looks like Nomadium 3, wow.
Yeah, I think this is pretty expected from Jay. Is going to be more of a consistency player. I do think Jay will have a bit of a harder time in these matchups on some of these more mechanical picks like the speed, the Hard Rock. And so he's going to go towards the No-Mod 3. maybe Nomad 1 to come in the future. But this map is pretty tricky. It is a lot more forgiving in terms of HP, but there are some tricky patterns as well.
It's very easy to note lock on this map and find yourself missing one too many times, especially on the pattern. Especially on the patterns where you have to click 4 times and 4 times again. So, you know, we'll have to see if these players can successfully hit the quads.
Yeah, I do think the spacing on some of these alt patterns is fairly high, but you can actually miss an entire pattern, if I remember correctly, and still survive. So as long as you're not missing multiple of those patterns, you should be okay, but it can be really easy to chain miss, especially with nerves.
I should drink some water. Especially you, Luke.
Yep, if you're nervous, take some deep breaths, drink some water, and hope for the best.
And make sure to wear a heart rate monitor so you can get free content.
So true. Into Nomad 3. What's up? Here, I'll type in the chat for you. There you go. Are gonna see a very early break out of Eurua. Now I would say Nomad 3 is one of the easier maps in the pool to pass for this round. And it does tend to be one of the easier ones in the early stages especially, and just gets really brutal towards the later stages. So this is the map where score could potentially matter. And okay, it looks like that was actually a Boncho miss. So this combo is going to be relatively even. But MokkingJay, massive accuracy lead. Does find the miss though, gonna give Eurua a chance to come back. And before we get into the hard section, another thing I want to highlight about these matches is because the players tend to not get much combo higher than 200 for the most part, accuracy just matters so much more. And you can actually build up so much advantage by just having 3% higher accuracy. And you see that reflected. Eurua is dominating the combo battle, but accuracy keeps it close for now. Eurua finally finds the miss. Gonna keep the score in MokkingJay's favor.
Very clean accuracy from MokkingJay so far.
Yeah, 97 is looking so good on this pick.
Very impressive.
We do get into a little bit of a harder section now with the cut streams. It's really easy to miss on those, but both players looking really good so far. Both of them actually holding through that pattern. MokkingJay finds a miss. This is going to give Eurua a chance to come back with that combo advantage. Halfway into the map though, there's definitely a little bit of a difficulty spike at the end. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily expect either of these players to fail on it, but definitely going to see some big combo drops.
Yeah, this might come down to score versus score on this map.
And so far it's anyone's game. Oh, big chain miss out of Eurua. Does manage to hold on. But combo reset is going to favor MokkingJay really heavily. Oh, and Eurua really can't afford to miss right now. Needs to build up some sort of combo in this last section. But it's so difficult. You can see the back and forth, the tough, awkward angles, and the spacing has just increased so much.
Yeah, this
so many
last section.
squiggles.
Oh yeah, this last section is very, very tough to combo. I found myself missing here a lot as well.
Yeah, Eurua was doing so well, but missed on the buzz slider actually. It's nailing all the hard sections, but I think that miss on the buzz slider is going to cost them the map here. Into the last quarter, this map doesn't honestly get that much harder.
Fortunate chain of 50s from Eurua.
Yeah.
The 50s in score v2 just penalize you very, very heavily.
Yeah, and in these matches, Oso is an accuracy game much more than usual, and that's what it's going to be for MokkingJay here.
Amazing accuracy though, like 96 act on Nomad 3 on a pass turn, and very
really good.
Moments.
Honestly, very impressed with both of these players too on the Nomad 3. It is not nearly as easy as they make it look. I do expect we are going to see some players, especially that are lower seeded, struggle with this one, but both of them looking really good.
Awesome applause from the skin.
Oh, it's super cute. This is great.
It is definitely a skin. I feel like Eurua has a lot of picks though now.
Maybe
Like you mentioned earlier, there is still that DT3 open that Eurua can pick. Hard Rock 2 as well.
ET3 troll face. I mean this. Yeah, Eurua, you definitely performed really well on DT3. Would pose a challenge to Jay. A lot of open picks though. But I think overall, yeah, it's probably gonna be D3 or HR2.
Yeah, even the Nomad 5 pick would probably favor Eurua. And so despite the lead for MokkingJay, I think he's got a pretty tough road ahead of him because he is starting to run out of picks a little bit, but only needs to win one more to take it to a potential tiebreaker and very expected DT3 pick.
There it is. There's the Tohu Toxic.
Such a banger. This is just you can thank Walfris for that one. It's so good though. So good.
Map has some very tricky rhythm changes where you could easily over tap and note lock and die. It's very technical map for something that has double time.
Yes, it is. This map is also very fun to play with easy.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I was actually really surprised that Easy was not banned out this match. I do feel like that's a bit of a mistake from Eurua, because I remember last time we had Hobo just dominate everybody else on Easy, and I don't think he played Easy a single time for the rest of the tournament because everybody banded against him smartly.
They fear the Easy players.
Yep, they should. MokkingJay was allowed to pick Easy and won it, not unexpectedly. If you're playing against MokkingJay, you should ban Easy. Otherwise, you're just giving up a free point. And people are getting knifed in the lobby. Goliath is unhinged.
Absolutely off the rails. We're going to be seeing DT3 starting off here.
Yep, I'm gonna have to kindly request that Goliath not stab our players. Thank you.
We kind of need them still.
Well, we only need some of them, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Only enough for the show, man.
And now, finger control picks aren't usually too stamina intensive, but because it is 220 BPM finger control, it is actually pretty rough on the stamina, and you can see already MokkingJay really struggling, but does have the accuracy advantage. Kind of keep it close for now.
Eurua is combo gaming.
Eurua is just always combo gaming.
Combo game. Massive score lead here.
Yeah, this is a short map. We're already a quarter of the way in. Eurua finally
minutes.
finds the drop. But double the score of MokkingJay. It's gonna be feeling pretty good because MokkingJay just can't build up any combo on this. And I think it is really towards the end of the map where we might start to see stamina drop out, and that's where we might potentially see fails. MokkingJay starting to chain miss. And this early round pool is going to be definitely on the easier side to pass for a lot of these stronger players. It's not unexpected. But will get much harder for them as the tournament progresses. MokkingJay nearly fails, but holds on. Barely saving himself. He's actually only one note away from the fail, but does hold on him regardless.
Oh my god, holding on via thread right there.
Yeah, needs Eurua to fail, but Eurua has looked so comfortable on this. Another big drop hit of MokkingJay. Doesn't really matter, and Eurua is going to be tying it up.
What an even match thus far.
Yeah, 3-3. You're struggling at the end though.
Both players gonna be holding on and passing through the end.
Yeah.
Good performances.
Well, C ranks, but yep, they passed.
Yes, it's pretty good performances considering that the end is very easy to die on.
Yeah, and even at the end, you can see how stamina intensive it was. MokkingJay holding an 87 through the first half of the map and just dropping 10% accuracy throughout the second half. MokkingJay
Yeah.
does have the pick though, and I feel like we're going to see either a hidden one or a nomad one. I don't know which though. And meanwhile, the other match between Hashire and Cuckoo Chameleon has been won 5-2 by Hashire. So, well played to them. Shire is gaming.
I feel like the HD one would be absolutely deadly.
I feel like MokkingJay is actually favored on sudden death, unironically, but that's such a coin flip pick. I don't know if he'll be confident enough to pick it.
Right.
But I do think it's hard to say because MokkingJay has had significantly higher accuracies, but it has been Eurua holding on to the combo, and sudden death is purely a combo game. There it is. I'm excited.
This is gonna be interesting.
And this is the kind of map that might just last 10 seconds if someone ship misses. This is such a banger though.
Yeah, I'm assuming that both players have practiced the sudden death pick just for this one. Surely practiced.
Go away, Jolly Ranchers. We don't need you here.
Hi, Jolly.
There's like one section, like in the middle, where it goes from like 1/4 to 1/2, and you could easily overtap and shit miss, but
Yeah, this is a pretty aim-focused pick. And, you know, Goliath asking why there isn't perfect in multiplayer, I actually thought about putting a perfect map instead of sudden death and just making it like 3 stars. But then I thought that would be really boring to watch, and probably nobody wants to play it, so... Actually, to be
That
honest...
sounds painful, honestly.
Yeah, to be honest, I really wanted to do halftime instead of sudden death because
my
it's way more
God.
fun, but Walrus wouldn't let me because it breaks the client.
yeah.
Shame on Walrus.
I mean, probably he
Looking
probably
out
saving
for our
you some
stream.
frustration.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was saving you some frustration in that one.
Nobody slider broke on the first sliders. This is an accomplishment.
Let's go.
And here we go. This is a very FCable map, I will say.
Quite FCable. MokkingJay with the insane accuracy, as always.
Yep. It's not a very hard map to act in any sense of the word. And after this low section is where we do start to get into the harder section of the map, and that's where we're probably going to see misses. The first stream, MokkingJay all 100s but holds on. That is scary.
Probably gave himself a little heart attack.
Yup. You already know both these players are shaking. Eurua almost misses that slow slider. I'm like nervous on behalf of the players. And here we go into the hard aim section. Client gonna go. Oh, Eurua fails, finds the miss, and MokkingJay gonna go up 4-3 now. And we are on match point.
Is it frozen for you, or is it just on my side?
It's because Eurua failed.
Ah.
Yeah. And did miss on that first big aim section that is honestly not actually very difficult, but when the pressure's on you to SC it, it's really easy to over aim just a little bit and you are done for.
Let's see what pick is gonna be coming out of Eurua.
Yeah, I mean, despite MokkingJay being on match point, I think MokkingJay is going to need a miracle to win it on this next pick. Eurua still has Nomad 5, still has Hard Rock 2, and I think they're going to be pretty heavily favored on both of those picks. Especially the Hard Rock 2, which is honestly pretty easy for a past tournament Hard Rock 2. It probably should have been a little bit harder, but it's a banger, so it's okay. I love that map.
Gotta love any Panda Eyes music.
There's HR2. How do
There
I
it
know?
is. Come on, we're actually like four in the guesses here. So I think the big thing to look out for in this map is the beginning section where there's like quads into a slider. That is really the hardest part of the map, and from there's some back and forth jumps, but for the rest of the map it's pretty simple. So I think those are going to be the parts where either of these players could potentially fail on. But overall,
Yeah.
I'm not predicting a fail from either of these players.
Actually, we might see. It is definitely possible to see a fail. There is one section right at the beginning that is sliders into quads. There's like 3 of them in a row all overlap. That if you misread one of them, it's actually so easy to fail in that section, but the rest of the map is pretty easy. If MokkingJay is sight reading, he's going to have a tough time. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see a fail on the beginning of this map, like 20 seconds in. Neither player super confident on this one.
Precision is quite the skill set.
Yeah, one that not a lot of players honestly practice outside of tournaments.
Right, especially at the 6-digit level where precision is pretty out of reach. Most of the precision maps, or most of the CS5 Era 9 maps being at least above 5 stars is usually too hard for people this rank range to just enjoy and play. So it's no wonder that precision is less
Yep, and
competition. We're gonna be seeing them going into the match.
yep, and
Exciting.
neither player seems confident on this one, so it's going to be a question of who fails first. And will both players actually make it past the quad section at this point? I don't know. We might see this map last 10 seconds. But we are on match point. Eurua can't afford to fail on this one. No skip for the banger,
With the smoke.
of course. And here we go. Quads coming up in about 5 seconds. It is time. And both of them hold for now. Oh, Eurua train misses. Oh. It's Eurua who actually finds the fail first, and it is going to be 5-3 for MokkingJay. Unable to read that cut stream.
Very difficult pattern. Extremely difficult pattern, actually.
Yeah, it's a really tough pattern, but you only need to hit about half of it in order to get through that section, but it does seem like Eurua missed the start of it and just could not recover. Well played to both players, and well, thank you to my 4 commentators, Stein, Kat, Luke, and Shizuna. And thank you guys for watching. I don't know when the next match will be streamed, but I hope to see you all back for that one, and I hope you all have a good night.
Let's go.
So, reffing while playing is a very interesting experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. We luckily won our match 5-0.